Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1. I have my latest amazing video for you. I cannot wait. Man, we are just a couple days from this all kicking off. I'm so excited to get this out. This took days, many days of research. The Lord was leading me. I've been so blown away for the last, since the 5th didn't happen, the 5th day, which was, what was that? The Super Bowl night, late that night. And since that didn't happen, I was pretty bummed, and I just got, like I normally do most of the time. Sometimes the Lord holds me over and shows me other stuff before that time's up. But I was really just weeping, and just because I know there's a lot of you that are looking for the finish line, and all that, including me. So, what I do is I weep at his feet, the Lord Jesus' feet, and then he puts his hand on my head, and this is kind of the way I feel it, see it. It's really an awesome thing. But so then he'll give me stuff or tell me something very wonderful, or something that helps me usually. And I was just like, I wanted to give up, but I'm like, whatever you want me to do, Lord. And then he just started laying on me some really intense stuff that I'm so happy to share with you. So I think I may have proven this completely, 100%. So again, I'm saying may. I don't know the future, but it looks insanely good. I'm phenomenal. I'm blown away. But again, the proof is going to be in a couple days, on the 19th of February, when the things I'm saying come to pass that I've been looking at for so long, over 3.5 years. These things finally happening, and having a lot of track record of being right about all the symbols and things hundreds of times, and even exact events happening and things, but waiting for these events to happen and being wrong about those for a certain amount of years. It's been tough. It's been really, really tough. If you can imagine being in my shoes, it's been very tough. But the Lord's put this in front of me as a task, and I will not be denied. I will not back down. I don't care what anybody has said. And I've had death threats, and thousands of people say the worst things to me. All of you that have said bad things to me, I just pray the Lord would forgive you. That when you stand before him and he holds that against you, that he would forgive you. I forgive you. Right now, it's been very hard at times. And some of the things, even Christians, my brothers and sisters, so-called, or I know some were definitely, some were false and everything, but some of the things that people have said after a timeline didn't happen, and just the really ridiculous things they said to me when I was low as I could be, that was not the time to say anything to me, or it's the time to lift your brothers and sisters up when they're in a ditch. When I'm... When someone's down in the ditch, why would you ever think of saying such cruel things, or trying to instruct people, or trying to correct them? I mean, you've got to be so out of touch. It's been so long for all this stuff. So now, oh Lord, help me. Okay, so now I am so excited. Believe it or not, I'm gonna listen. I am who I am, and if you don't like that, take a flying leap off a whatever. I don't know. Take a long walk off a short pier. All those different things you can think of in your mind. You have your head in the sand, and after a while, you got to realize that grit in your mouth is from sticking your head in the sand for so long, and you might want to do something different. So. Like I say to people, try to listen to Jesus for a change. So I'm moving on. You won't believe some of the stuff I have. Here we go. So if you're not on Telegram yet, get on Telegram. This is your last chance. If I can even get this video up, my last one was taken from me, and it wasn't, I didn't delete it. I actually could not have deleted it. It was impossible the way it's set up. It was taken, and I had to redo the whole thing. And I have a lot of people praying now, and I'm praying that So this hasn't been taken. I'm recording right now, as you obviously, and if well, it's obvious if you're watching it now, but and then I'm hoping it's gonna upload. So right now I don't know. So you're listening to this and watching this. So if you get a chance, the link is in the description box below to sign up on Telegram, and that'll give you all notifications. Plus, all the updates that I'm going to be doing as far as what's going on with the current timeline and everything, especially this first day. And there's a good amount of people. I have almost 1,000 people on Telegram, and I get gematria stuff out. I get information out that you're all missing if you're not on that. You're missing a lot of stuff and daily information, all kinds of stuff. So get on there while you have a chance. I'm not saying anymore. This might be the last video I ever do. So just so you know, okay? All right. So the whole thing has been, the conundrum has been February, and it being the 2nd and 12th month. Now, I've known that for a long time, for years, because of the Latin months, basically September through December. And we know those as the 9th month through the 12th month. But that's not how it works. Septem is Latin for 7, and all the way up to December is Latin for decem, is Latin for 10. And so that's how they hide their months, but they put it right in front of us, so we should be able to know that, hey, if it's October, octo means 8, but we sillily think it's 10th month. I mean, it doesn't make any freaking sense. It makes no sense. But they give little clues, things like that. That's a good example of the clues they give. So February, so that's why I was really on the last December, because all the code numbers and everything was showing the 12th month and other things. And so now by a lot of symbols and even astronomy, I'm going to, I think, prove this thing. So I'm so excited. So this was the timeline of the last one I had. This is the other confusing thing. When you look at the first day right here, that's 1, because they don't count 0, so that's 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 1 plus 2, so, and that wasn't it either. So this is the very last chance for it to be not only on the Gregorian, on the Roman 2001, and I've seen 1,000 numbers, maybe thousands. I would definitely 1,000 examples of 2001, and I'm going to show you some of those in here, but how we're still in 2001, and that it would happen in 2001 and 2002. 2001. Did I say 2001? Wow. 2021, 2001. Wow, where did I get that from? 2021 and 2022. We're in both, because February is that month. We're in both still. So, and so January would as well be, but this is the last possible one. So here is the actual, see how that switches really easily? See that? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So the first day is still 10. See how that was 10? This first day was 10. This first day here, the 19th, is still 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. Then you have 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So again, we go through here. We go 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Take it with 0 is 1. 2. And then take away the 0 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. All the way to... Now, this threw me off for years. I didn't consider this because of I knew it was 14-day process. When I got to 28, it would start a new whole count, and that would throw you off. You couldn't get 11 out of that, right? Well, yes, you can, because it's a new system. It's a new age. By the way, this would be the 11th day right here. Let me use this, actually. This would be the 11th day, okay, right? So the 11th day, I've said many times, that's the Tsunami day. That's also Stinky B.O. dies over here, the 44th Pres, no Obama himself. And then basically 4 days later, 1, 2, 3, 4... lightning falls from heaven, like his name dictates, Barack Obama, like Jesus said in Luke 10:18. I see lightning falling from heaven. I see Satan as lightning falling from the heights or heaven, and that is Barack Obama in Hebrew, in original Aramaic Hebrew, is Barack Obama. And so that's where, I mean, seriously, and he's not the Antichrist. I mean, come on, people. And I have over 500 solid evidences that he is, and no one else comes, not even close. I mean, seriously, just that one fact right there is like, that's absolutely impossible. That is so off the chain impossible. It's not even, and Jesus is prophesying his name. I mean, literally prophesying his name. That's just crazy. So he'll come back to life on the 11th day. That's why the 2 pillars, that's why the 2, those things called towers back in 9 and then 1 and all that. And the ones that he's going to hit, also the 2 coasts of the 2 pillars, coming up with these massive tsunamis and all that stuff. Anyway, when the tsunamis happen, that's on the 11th/12th day, these 2 days. But 11 is symbolic of those towers, like I said, and also that it's a lot of things. It's the good and evil. It's the twin system that we're in, good and evil, whatever. And he's going to have his own one system under one person, and everybody underneath that, basically, at top of the pyramid, baby. So that 11th day is when lightning falls from heaven, and he's dead here, and then he comes back to life right here. So that starts a whole new era, in a sense, a whole new age, and that's why I believe it actually kicks off, their timing of all this stuff. And so that would be perfect timing. It's perfect timing for the very end of an year and going into a brand new year. So this ends up being, well, check this out. So not 3-1, because that's a great going. It ends up being 1-1. And so that is 10, because I'm just using the day count on these. And now we're using the month and day, because it's a new era. It's a new age. They have a new way of doing it. See how this works? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There we go. And then the numbers fit incredibly. Now listen, when I'm talking about numbers, I'm talking about actually 6, almost 7 years worth of numbers I've been working, but I've been on YouTube for more than 3.5 now, 3.5 plus. And we're talking about massive amount of numbers, symbols, and things. I'm not like these people that come on and go, oh, I have this and this and maybe this, and that's why this is going to happen. No, I have thousands of things that have built up over time, and I have a track record that nobody else has. If you don't know my videos, you should watch them, and I've predicted different things, especially the symbolic things on different days exactly many, many times, over 200 times. Okay, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. People say, oh, nothing ever happens. Absolutely not true. Untrue. Every time there's a timeline, things substantial about those specific days, that this 14-day process that's been shown in iPad Goat is also, there's a symbol of that, of the 14 days from when Jupiter actually exited Virgo back in September 9th, 2017, and then 14 days later exactly made the Revelation 12 sign. That was on 9/23/2017, and that's a 14-day process. So if you take that backwards from the sign backwards to the actual birth is 14 days. Now we're looking for the birth, and going forwards 14 days to the actual birth. Okay, but there's days in between. I'm going to show you that in a second here. Okay, and that's what this is. So this is my chart coming back, and it's incredibly balanced, incredibly amazing, and it all has to do with the number 9. I'm gonna say, how do I say this? I'll say 9, 1, and then 1. 9, 1, and then 1 is the notorious, day that we know. Okay, 9, 1, and then 1. But all the numbers associated with that. Okay, so we'll start here. Now this is a little funky because I'm going to add stuff here soon. You'll see. But right here, started from the birth when Jupiter entered Virgo. Right here, Jupiter entered Virgo right there in the body, and then it bounced around back and forth. Retrograde motion from our view for over 9 months. Okay, it was 9 prophetic months, 9 30-day periods plus 23 days, 923. Are you kidding me? And then it came out 923. And that's a coincidence. Yeah, right. Okay, then it came out again between the legs. Again, there's so much more miracles about this. I'm not getting everything. I have gotten to a lot of this stuff over time. Why this is an incredible miracle. Why this is from Revelation 12. Absolutely. If you don't understand that, you need to really look into it. It's insane. Okay, so then from when it exited Virgo right here, there you go. It's right here, 9-9. I don't have it listed 9-9 right there. But then 7 plus 7 days later, a 14-day birthing process, boom, the sign of this. And you had basically 5 stars in a row plus the sun. And a lot of people don't know 5 planets. Plus the sun, and that includes down here, which no one really counted, Saturn. It's right down here. Saturn plus these others. Okay, so it was an alignment here. Now, the alignment continues down this way after 777 days. And I thought it was about the days. I thought, okay, I'm looking for something kind of balance after this. So again, you got 7 plus 7 right here, and then you have 777 days later. I found this called the golden. I call it the Golden Gate alignment. I've coined it because I found it. I mean, I don't know if anybody who's ever even knows about it. So right over if you imagine the Golden Gate Bridge is right here, right over the Golden Gate Bridge on November 9th, 2019 was an alignment of the same planets right here, not exact order, but the same exact planets and the sun right here. And as I shared in my other video, I'm not putting it on here, but in the ground in California, exactly parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge, which is Golden Gate Bridge is parallel to the stars, exactly parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge on the ground, were 6 massive fires that were in a straight line that were caused by DEW. Directed, and then there's called an energy, and it's called a weapon. Okay, and that it was impossible, and that marked out by these. And the biggest one, the biggest fire was huge, and it was right, and it was second from the right here, second from the right. So you had these burns in the ground that completely lined up with the Golden Gate. They were parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge, and these were parallel to that. On that exact day, all these were burning. I mean, are you kidding me? I've shown all those pictures and stuff from satellite and things. So, and then from here, I'm looking for how does this work out? Well, it looks like this is the way it's going to work out, and I'm going to show you. This hasn't been the key these days. The key is understanding the weeks, and the key is understanding these numbers of the 9 and then 1 and then 1 and then the 9, this kind of thing, but mainly the 9, 1, and the 1. And that helped me by really ultimately solving this, I believe, by seeing the last Stupid Bowl. The last Stupid Bowl was so much references to 9, 1, and then 1. It was just insane. I could not believe what I was seeing. I mean, there was player Donald, which was 99, which is 9 times 11 in your face. Okay, and then both teams had number 9 as a quarterback, and then they threw to something that added to 9, which again is 99, and then secretly 99 is 9 times 1 and 1. Okay, I mean, it just goes and goes and goes and goes, all this stuff. And then they began the Super Bowl with 9 throwing to 23, 9 throwing to 23, 9 throwing to 23, like 3 or 4 times. I mean, it was just insane. And I was like, look at this, huh? This is part of it. And then now we're going to here. And then, I mean, are you crazy? I mean, it was just insane. So I'm like, okay, it's not, they're still forecasting what's coming very soon. Okay. And it's still in the same month, but okay, here we go. So we have from here to there. This is the first day right here. Okay. Of the 14 days on this side. I'm going to show you, and I'm do my best to prove it to you. I mean, it's ultimately your decision if that makes sense or not. But even more than that, in a few days on the 19th, whenever you're watching this, maybe it's 2 days, maybe it's the same day you're watching this, but on the 19th of February, you're going to see some of these things happen, like I'm saying. I'm saying some of them at least, if not most of them or all of them, okay? So, what's next here? Boom. See this date right here? This is absolutely inexorably linked, this date to this date, because guess what? They love to do this, and they just somehow do this on the Gregorian, which is what they do, because it's so important to line up this stuff for them. This is exactly upside down and backwards of that, or that's upside down and backwards of this. Watch. I'll show you. Okay, so here we go. When Jupiter entered Virgo for the first time for the conception, and then now we're going to the birth of the 14 days, to the first day of the 14 days. It came in on 11/20/2026. Again, right here, right there, came in right there, right there, went right inside. So that was the conception. So now we take this number, and I do it digitally because it doesn't hide what the numbers really are upside down and backwards. When you have serifs or you have different kind of styles of fonts and things, it works out perfectly. So now you flip this thing exactly upside down and backwards. And what do you have here? You have 19 backwards, or you can read it backwards this way. It doesn't matter. You couldn't read it backwards and it'd be just fine. But I'm just going to tell you that's what this is. 19 backwards, and then that's 2, and then you have 2, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So we literally have the 19th of February, 2022. Now you can read it backwards. You can go, that's 2, that's 22. So year 22, 2, and then read it backwards, 19. Either way, I'll just make it easier for you, because you could say like, oh, how's that 19? Well, you just read it backwards. Just how you say it, but it's, just going this way, 19th of February, 2022, or the 22nd year of February, 22nd year, February, and then 22nd year of 2000, maybe. You can even say 22nd year of 2000 like that, and then the 19th day, and then go back here. Anyway, so it's right here. I mean, seriously, right here. Okay. Now, this is what's really important here. The key is these numbers that have to do with the 9, the 1, and the 1. Now, first of all, this is from here, from the conception to the Revelation 12 sign. Forget about this, 14 days right now, but it's 44 weeks. Well, who's number 44? Who's the 44th Prez? And so that marks out him as well. And we are the 144,000 are the antithesis to them, because 1 times 44 is 44. I can get into all that stuff. I'm not going to, why we're the exact antithesis by either 144 or 44. And I could talk about all the math on that and why that is. I'm not getting into that right now. So, but right here, and then we have from here to here, the 777 is exactly 111 weeks. Now, what's 111? 111 is when you get to the date of 9 and then 1 and the 1, okay, on the calendar, September, and then 1 and then 1, you have 111 days left over to get to the end of the year. Again, it's all about this number of well, this is backwards of the number. You know it's 9, 1 and then 1. You know that. But it's all about everything that relates to that number. So if you basically go 777 days, and again, remember this from here, 111 weeks, is this backwards? Is that backwards, or that exact day backwards? And then it has this number here, which is again a version of that, because if you take that 2 as 1 and 1, then /9, it's 9/1 and then 1. See that? That's how this stuff works. So then you add 119 weeks, again, which is this, and is that the day and how many weeks to get to this? And then look, this is exactly, look how this is. I mean, this is crazy, because you literally have 2 and then 19. And then look at this. When you go back 119, it's 219 the year. And now we got 219 the day, which is some version. They're all versions of 1119. Okay, that's just how it works. Or 119. Okay, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Hope that makes sense. It's unreal. This is, in my mind, completely proven, because I can work it in several different ways, and I'm going to show you a few right here. Now, boom. Now, this date right here is in iPad Goat in several ways, okay? And I'm just going to touch on a few things. I've touched on some other things before, and especially last year around this time, and the year before that, and the year before that. But I'm going to touch on some things here that I just discovered that are incredible. So this is something that, so this is Lily. She's the main character. She eventually drops the apple, which starts the 14-day process. The apple roll is a 14-day process, because there's a spot on the apple that looks like the sun. Every time it rolls, it's 1 day, and then it splits on the 11th day, and then all this stuff happens. Okay, anyway. So this is a calendar behind this. These are 12 characters behind her. Many things mean many things in here. So things may have multiple meanings, and plus these are 12 boys. These are the 12 boys. If you look at their big heads, the small bodies, these are the 12 Thai boys that were in the cave back a few years ago, that were stranded in a cave, and that was all part of this too. And this, it's after I Bet Go and everything. It's all that was all planned and everything. There's 12 Thai boys back here. And even some colors represent some of this. Anyway, this is a long story. So we have these are months right here, but in a few different ways. So we have January, the first month, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Now, in this one, for this year, now it represents several years going back to 2017. I'm not going to get into all that. I have in the past. But this year is definitely represented by, this is the 6th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6th month right here. His leg is right here. On the 6th month, his leg, this is Stinky B.O. So this is Stinky B.O. He's ultraviolet. He is ultraviolet dude. And he's known for his ears. This is the only one with ears. Plus you have the LC, which is the 12-3. He's the dragon from Revelation 12-3. And a lot of other things. But his leg is in the eclipse, this eclipse that happened on June, which is in the 6th month, June 10th. Okay, and then over here, the 12th month, so you go 7, 6, 7 is 7, and his 7th month has the buck moon, that's the buck rabbit, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the 12th month was this year, 2021, this last year, 2021, which we're still in we're still in the Roman, but I'm going to get into that in a second. But as far as the Gregorian, it's past. But that was the other eclipse that happened on December 4th. Okay, so that's the 12th month right there. Okay, that's how this represents, one layer that it represents. Okay, now we'll go into the next layer. This also represents hidden, a Roman calendar for this year, this last year, and beyond a little bit. Okay, so let me share this. So this last year of 2021, which is, we're still in 2021 till the end of February right here. Okay, so that was this last year, March, April, May. Now, this is important. There's a number of things with this. I'm not getting into this right now. Forget that. As far as this character right here, which is this is Carter. Carter had a cat named Yin Yang, and there's a Yin Yang symbol right here. And then what it's a lot of this symbol in the Roman is what they're known for. And then this is Trumple. If you can see if you don't know about this, this is his hair, the way it's parted. He sits down, he does the triangular hand thing right here. And again, this was made way before he was president and everything like that, and we were showing that all the time. The reason why he's representing May is because he represents Israel. And he had all these things with Israel, and Israel was born on May 14th. So everything about Israel, so that's why we represent May. Then you got June, July, August. Well, obviously, I already told you this is Stinky B.O., and he was born on August 4th. Okay, that's just something here. Then August, September. I'm not going to get into all these different things. There's a lot I can get into, and there's some things I don't even know, but there's some things I definitely know. I'm not going to get into everything. August, September, October, November. That is a president. By the way, like I said, these are presidents back here. I know most of them. Like back here, that's Reagan. Well, he basically was before the UN back in '87. He said, "I'd like to think that if we all get together, if we had an alien threat, and all that stuff." And so he's an alien. If you look at the side of him, his side has got a bandage on his side, and that's where he was shot. In March 30th of 82 or something like that. So he's the alien, because he talked about aliens at the UN. Anyway, so and then so we get right over here. This is, of course, this is Kennedy, and he notoriously wore Converse sneakers, and there's sneakers there. Not notoriously, but famously wore those. I shared that several times. If you were, around the 60s, you knew that. Or even in the late 50s, he wore those sneakers and stuff. But anyway, so he's got a hole in the head. He's known for his death on 11/22. So again, we have August, September, October, November, hole in the head, Kennedy. November, December, January, and February. Okay, so January and February are together. So Janus, the god Janus, and February. You notice that those Latin months stop at December, and then you have this unique two. Janus and February. Janus is the god of the transition to a different time. And so that's why they're connected, because right here is a new time. Right after February is a new time, okay? Janus is a new time, god of transition. You see it was represented by a two-headed god, one that's looking forward, one that's looking backward, one that's looking forward in the new time, one that's looking backward in the old time. So it's a transition, but they're connected at the head. So January is February. They're kind of like twins. And that's why you see this depiction of some of these things in movies with twins and things all the time, because that's the time of transition. And then February is a god of cleansing for that changing of time. And it has to happen by fire and water. Okay, so fire and water is coming in February, big time, to cleanse for this, especially this new age, this golden age of Chronos, they call it, the fifth age, all that stuff. I'm going to get into that soon. So February, so what is this? So this is when it was the other calendar, this was that annual eclipse, but what is this really? Now, do you see something down here? Look down here. What's this? Now, I'm going to keep going here. Boom. Well, let's do this first. Now, so this also works out to be when you get to February, and February is over on the Roman calendar, it keeps going, but it's represented right here by March. So this is going to be March. This is going to be March 2022. Right here. So this is February 21, which we're still in 21. It's going to be March 22. And March just happened to be on my timeline. 4-3, which is backwards 3-4. Remember, my timeline ended on March 4th because it was 1-4. It began on 1-4, but they're showing it here as 4-3 or 3-4. That proves, these things are made for a reason. These names are made for a reason, to hide that it's the third month, the fourth day, which is really 1-4. But that's the last day right there. Boom. And then here's another thing. The yin and yang right here, shown right there, going into this next year on March. Yin and yang is 1-1-4. And again, remember my 3-4 was 1/4. So 1 can be a slasher of 4. I've shown that 1,000 times, shown that 1,000 times. So again, like I said, 3-4 is 1-4, and there it is. March is yin and yang right there, and it's 1-4 right in front of your face. I mean, both in English ordinal too. Showing that March is yin and yang, and we have March as yin and yang. I mean, come on. One's as the first month, and one's at the Gregorian third month, but it is representing March. Okay, it's right in front of your face. Okay, now what I was going to say was right here. What is right here to represent what this is? We know what this is. It's the annual eclipse that was in December 4th on the Gregorian, being the 12th month. But as the February, the 12th month on the Roman, what does this represent? Well, this is a clue right here. What is this? Okay, what is that? That is a dog. That is a dog. Okay, that's a dog with an ear. It's a silhouette of a dog right there. What does that symbolize? Well, I'm just going to show you. It symbolizes Canis Major. See the dog right there? See the dog? Yeah, that's right. And this is serious. Are you, like Mr. Bagels says on, Paul Bagley says, are you serious? Are you serious? I haven't watched him in a long, long time because he's controlled opposition. And he's a Zionist. And anyway, and that's why it says, are you serious? Are you serious? And that's why that is in a lot of movies where they say, are you serious? Or whatever. And I'm going to show you a few things here soon because they're looking for this day with this serious, and it's about to come on the 19th, and you'll see. So here it is. That's the dog star right there. The dog star. Get it? Dog star, Sirius. And I'll prove it here. Boom. Now, this is crazy. Let me go back here. So as you see where the floor is right here, okay, and then you see where this baseboard is, that's kind of in the horizon. This would be right on the ecliptic, and this would be like just above the horizon where you can actually see it. And so that's where Sirius is going to be exactly on midnight on the 19th. But where? Where could it be? I'll show you. Oh, Truman will tell you. Hi, good morning. And I'll see you again. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Good morning, right? And he's under 36. And what's going on here? Do you see anything that looks interesting? I have. I found this a couple years ago, and I shared this. What it's showing, okay, that's showing the tower of the Golden Gate Bridge, okay? Now, again, what I said was, okay, remember the bridge is right here. The bridge is, if you were to draw the bridge, it would be right there. These two X's are underneath the bridge because they represent the transition. Again, this is first, second, third, fourth age, and you're taking the bridge across the fourth age into the fifth age. The fifth age, and that is what's behind them. See these two X's right here? This is the fifth age right here. But it's two X's. I won't get into all the things with the two X's, but not right now. I got too much to talk about. But this is, they call this the Golden Gate Bridge Tower. These are two towers. Remember I said that before? Two towers? Or you had the Lord of the Rings of two towers. I mean, they love the two towers, these Masons. They love the two towers and this whole thing with the symbolism and everything. And so does he. He's a Mason. Without a doubt. In fact, he's connected to this with his birthday and everything like that. I'm not getting into his birthday. I'll get into his birth year, for example, because there's just so many numbers I could get into and have other aspects of things to show you other parts of the timeline. But I'm kind of trying to say on certain subjects about so I'm talking about the first day right now, and with Canis Major and with Sirius and all that. Okay, so here we go. Boom. Look at that. See that? There it is, matched up. Good morning. In fact, everything he says is all those numbers, and I'm not going to show everything. I'll show all that right now. But if you did Gematria on Good Morning, it's this day, and so it's 36. And I'm going to show you this. Okay, ready? So Golden Gate Bridge is 135, or first day of the 12th month, and then 5 is represented by 221. Okay, some people would say, oh yeah, right, whatever, but it just keeps popping up. So then Golden Gate Bridge Tower is what this is. He's standing behind the tower. Okay, and again, look at how this is very similar to that. See that? Golden Gate Bridge Tower. And again, that is showing the same thing, but it's showing 12, and then it's showing the year, and then 1. Sometimes they're scrambled. They do that often. And then we have Golden Gate Bridge Tower is also just like this one. Obviously, this is, so we have 2, and you move it. By the way, you can move one. No, you can switch places of any number, one number with another number. That's one of their rules, the Freemason rules. So I'm going to switch this 2 with this 1, and then we have 2, 1, 9, 6. So 2, 1, 9, and then 6 is 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, so that is, again, February 19th, the first day, 2022. Again, February being the 12th month, this being the first day is example, because 19th is the first day, because 1 plus 9 is 10, take away the 0 is 1. Hopefully that makes sense. And then because it's the 12th month, it's still, that has to do with February being in the Roman calendar, and that's still 2021. Do you get it? Hopefully you get it. Man, I try to go step by step through this stuff, and there's still a lot of certain people that say, I don't get it. I don't know how this works. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I do my best to go slide by slide. If you don't get it, I'm sorry. And so this matches exactly what the Lord said about this month for me. And I thought it was good, would be earlier this month, but I know it's about this month. He said, it is time. And I said, why is it, what is it time? He goes, it is time. And I go, what? What is it time? To silence your critics. And so he cares about me with that as well. And again, here we go. We have, what do we have? We have 2, exactly the way this should have been. You just move the 2 and the 1. It is 2 being February 19th, right there, 19th. And then 6 is 2022. I mean, we'll see again. They can't show you exactly. You have to like put upside down, backwards, move things off just by 1 or whatever, or a couple things, just so you don't get what's going on. Of course, you got to hide it. That's what they do. Taking a drink of my lovely beverage. Okay, and then there's so much here. So 36 spelled out in English Sumerian, exactly 219 backwards. And 36 is many things, but I'm going to show you right now. I like to share first letter code, sometimes last letter code as well, but I'm not going to get into last letter code details right now. But the first letter code is 36, which is T, and then T is 20, we take away the 0, and then S is 19. There you go, 219. I'm going to show you so many 219s regarding this first day, and linking it to Sirius and the Golden Gate Bridge and all this kind of stuff. It's insane. Again, 219, this is backwards 219, and that's what 36 is in English Sumerian. Okay, and that's 36 right there. It's right above him. Many of you know what 36 is also is in 36, okay, but here we go. So then Jim Carrey as well, his name in English Sumerian, and that's just a coincidence that it's 216, or just flip this upside down and backwards. 612 upside down and backwards becomes 219. They either do it backwards, upside down and backwards, or switch one letter or whatever. That's how they do it. They don't do it a lot of different ways. They do it one main way or a couple different ways, but not usually a lot. Enough to just obscure it just slightly so no one, it's hidden in plain sight, right in front of your face. Like this. Did you know that this was the bottom of the towers of the Golden Gate Bridge right behind him? And then there's other depictions of that I'm about to show you. Most of you don't know that and didn't know that. And the Lord's working in me to show me this. And by the way, and I've said this many, many times, and I'm going to say it again, Jesus deserves 100% of this credit for what I'm showing right now. Without him, he turns this stuff literally on and off for me. And I mean, every time I do, I'm convinced of it because he's showing me all these things. And then he's even told me, he kind of blinds me to some future things, because so I couldn't, find the actual one in the future, or I couldn't, whatever, if that was it. So it's hard to explain what that is, but I mean, he's literally blinding me to the future ones because he wants me to he wants people to come in each time. Apparently, I mean, that's not what I would choose, but there's a lot of things he does I wouldn't choose, but ultimately it's the best, and he knows best. Yeah, so there's Jim Carrey's date or year of birth. I'm just going to use that as one example. And you see this right here. Here it is. Boom. Look at that. 2. Again, it's just mixed up a little bit. Just by one digit, really, because you could do the year and then a month and then day. But here it is. 2 is February 19th, and then 6 is represented by 222 or 2022. And you can count the zeros, okay? Unless you're using that as a representation, like right there. So for 2022, okay. Boom. So in the movie, he's waving to people, right? Hey, good morning. If I see you again, good afternoon, good evening, good night. And then all of a sudden, this light falls from the sky. If you know the movie, it crashes down. And then here he looks up, and obviously it's for this fake world, it's supposed to represent this star, Sirius, in Canis Major, and there's a 9 there and everything, whatever. He looks up, he's like, what's going on? He's starting to kind of get suspicious of what's going on around him, like, what's going on? This world is not what I thought it was, or whatever. And he just so happened, okay, then by the way, right now, on exactly 12 a.m., 2/19/2022, Sirius, in fact, it's a little bit higher than this. Anyway, it's right in here, whatever. I have another shot of it, on another thing that's a little bit higher. It's just the way my perspective was. Anyway, it's hard to explain, but it's basically right here. It's right here. It's just like right there at this exact time. Okay, Sirius is right here. And what is this? What's right here? I'll show you. This is really crazy. Okay. Again, Boom, right here. Again, this is from, and this vantage point is from Angel Island, which is right in the bay right here. San Francisco Bay. It's Angel Island, and there's a number of reasons why this is where it should be viewed from. And there's been some stars and things. Stars, yeah, stars. Hollywood people that have been to that island, and I know something. I'm not getting into all that right now, and I know that from a couple of Masons also. I'm not gonna get into that either, but they can view it from here. And if you go from Angel Island, you view it from here. It's called Angel Island, and there's some other things, landmarks on that island as far as for viewing and stuff for that. Again, I'm not getting to that for a number of reasons right now, and I just don't want to make a longer video. I just want to get to the idea. But so Sirius is going to be right there, basically, in a sense. I didn't have the best depiction. I had to show it by this. I just don't have the technology to basically try to figure out how to do this, but I know that's where these line up right here, based on this program and this and everything else. But it's right in here. It's a little bit smaller, of course, but it's right in here. It's where you can see it right about 12 a.m. on the 19th. It's crazy. Now, watch how this matches with the Truman Show. Ready? Are you ready? By the way, do you have your seatbelts on? Are you buckled up for the craziness I'm about to show you and future stuff on this video? Are you ready? Here we go. Boom. And then you look down the street. If you watch the movie, and I was going to put a clip, another picture in here, and I missed it, I guess. You look down this whole street. There's no other place these two pillars are. I mean, there's no reason to have these pillars there. There's no other pillars in the whole street. You see any pillars on this whole street? If you look down in the movie, you look down this whole street, there's no other pillars. And so he happens to be right here. So Sirius falls right here. And these are the towers of the Golden Gate Bridge. And remember, he had it right here. He had it right there. See, that shows you that's the tower. That these are the pillars right here from these towers right there. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at that. Look at that right there. Boom. Right there. Right there. And it's black and white. They're black and white, which is like the checkered floor and the Masonic stuff. I mean, the pillars, the famous pillars. Now I'm going to show you this. Okay, so you see that? Cheers. This is about reference to the stairway to Sirius between two pillars in Freemasonry. And I'm going to show the exact kind of artifact that's in a big, huge temple. And this is from a Mason that I've been contacted by. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that either. And I just won't, because I have had promises made and things. Okay, boom. So this is that right there. This is right in between the two pillars. This is an actual piece of art. It's in this very famous temple, and I'm not going to say any more than that. So, so here it is. You have basically these two pillars. Again, that is represented by the Golden Gate Bridge, and then you have this, in the horizon is Sirius right here. And it's, you know, this is kind of like, in a sense, it's coming down right here, and then it will kind of hit right there, and then that's when you go up. But that's just saying, hey, this is coming, and it will literally be right here on the horizon, or right here on the the baseboard. And I've been goat. It's on the baseboard. I'm a little bit of a. I've been doing really well with my throat and everything. I'm doing great physically and everything. And my throat's a little bit scratchy for some reason. I don't know why. I take another drink of my lovely beverage here. So, yeah, I mean, this is all in their religion and everything, that this is all happening. And it you know, it goes with what God's been doing in the stars about when the 144 would be transformed and all this kind of stuff. And that's coming. And I'm going to talk about that more. Okay, so also in this movie, it shows him, this example shows him in, you know, he's living his life, this fake life, like we are. And it shows 10,910 days running so far in a row, right? Okay, well, there's a clue there, and I found this clue, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I decided to take those numbers and go backwards. Okay, now, when you do something backwards like this, it is 5 digits for a reason. Okay, so I tried it forward, but most likely it's something backwards. So I went from the day it was released, this movie, and I went backwards. What I went backwards with is I didn't do 0 because there's no reason for them to put a 0 here. You're not going to use it. So I went 10,901. And I knew I was going to find some. I just knew it. And I went 10,901 backwards from there. And what did I get significant have to do with 9, 1, and then 1 hidden? See how this is just off by a little bit? So this should be right over here. 9, 1, and then 1 right there. So what's significant right here? Well, I'll show you right now. Boom. Are you ready? In the Remember the tower thingies. Construction work on the North Tower began in August 1968, with construction beginning on the South Tower by January 1969. Boom, look at that. August 1968. Boom, and we're talking about towers. I mean, are you kidding me? That's a little nugget, gold nugget in there that they put in there for someone to find. Demons love to do that kind of stuff, and they have to by God's laws. Anyway, people have asked me, where's in the Bible? You know, there are some things that hint to that, but ultimately some of this kind of understanding comes, the Bible doesn't, it's hinted at in the Bible. And I'm not going to get into those things. I don't get into a lot of scriptures because I don't want, the problem is people say, oh, why don't you get into more scriptures? Why don't you talk more about the Bible? I've been studying the Bible for over 30 years. I know Greek and Hebrew and all kinds of stuff, but I don't tout that. I don't get all puffed up with all that stuff like a lot of people do. And I certainly don't want to do that, because one of the things that if I do that a lot, and every time I do a bunch of that stuff or a certain amount of that stuff, there's arguments back and forth. Oh, that's not what it says. Oh, that's not what it says. And you see these huge threads and comments of people fighting each other. And so the Lord says, I don't want you to do any of that. So you throw in something here and there that has to do with what you're talking about, what I'm showing you, and that's it. Otherwise, people argue back and forth. It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous, and it happens every single time. People go back and forth. You see these long comment threads because people, oh, that's what this said. I mean, even the fact that I mentioned 144, whatever, certain things, I try to stay off some of the details of that because that's what he wants me to do. He'll just say, I want you to just touch this. I get impression, and I feel what he's trying to show me and to say. So anyway, back to this. So this was showing this depiction of him and how many days it was running. And then what's important about this one extra day, that was the day he came to understand what's really going on. And he was in the square, in the town square, and he started seeing stuff with the elevator, and then he put up his hand, made the bus stop, and he was realizing this is all fake. And that was on this day. Guess what this day is? Now I'm going to knock down the zero. It's 2/19, baby. The day of the Cirrus with the Golden Gate Bridge and all that stuff. The day of enlightenment. You know, it's just crazy. That's what they believe. These people believe that it's all coming to their enlightenment. They're going to get out of the system that they've been stuck in. And you know what that is? That's Gnosticism. They believe the system that they're in is God's system, and they want to destroy it and get in their own one pillar system. And that's why it's called One World Freedom Tower instead of the two pillars that were there before. Are you kidding me? That's what it is. Believe it or not, I believe freedom's coming. And this guy has had so many movies where he shows that in all his numbers and everything, including dogs. He's had most of his movies have dogs, and that they representing the dog star, and just where these dogs are positioned and everything. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to get into a couple things about just give you one other example of a movie. One of his first movies where, his most popular was Ace Ventura. And so here we go. We have this. Okay, I'm going to hit this right away. Boom. HDS is on his hat. HDS is H is 8, D is 4 right there. 8 plus 4 is 12. That's the 12th month. And then the 19th day, 12th month, 19th day right there. Boom. HDS coming through, people. Okay, so there he is. And so is this all coincidence that things are on this, where this is? Even this name of this person acting in this movie is not a coincidence right there. He's like, blowing out this box because he's like, oh, smashing it and get, trashing it and stuff to get to the guy so he can take his dog because dog's been taken from its original female owner, whatever. Yeah, anyway, let me hit the whole plot here. And so, boom, look at the year. So we literally have, look right here. You have this is 8 plus 4 is 12. And then you have S, which is 19. So it's 12/19. So it's February the 12th month, the 19th day. And you literally have the year upside down and backwards. Or you can even say 20 and then 21 backwards. Or just 2/2/1 backwards. Right here. It's right there. They're right by each other. Is that a coincidence? That just happens to be that? So I can just find it? No. And it's also, again, the 12th month 19th day. And the 12th month 19th day is in 2021, not 2022. So it's right there. And then would it have, is it just chance that this person, Noble Willingham, is going to be the number 2? Nope, not a coincidence. And there it is. Noble Willingham is 297, which is 9 plus 7 is 16. So that's 216. Again, that's February 1st, 2022. And that's February is the second month in 2022. February 1st, 2022. And remember, 19, The first day is 19 is 1 plus 9 is 10, take away the 0. So this is the first day. And here it is again, just to confirm that. Noble Willingham is in reverse Francis Bacon. So we have Frank Baconus. The reason why you take these into account, Francis Bacon and Frank Baconus, is because you use all uppercase, or when you just have, an uppercase here, an uppercase letter here, or if it's all uppercase, then you can use this stuff easily. And so definitely these two right away, it was like, 216 backwards and 216 forward. I mean, that's just so obvious. And there's even something up here in this right here, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay, so now here he is. He's got the dog, but he's hiding it in his what? Brown dress shirt. Again, everything they do is gematria in some way, some kind of, message that you don't know and don't see because it's hidden in the numbers. Again, brown dress shirt is what? 3 is hiding 12, and then we have 1, and then we have 3 and 6. So that's 3 is hiding 12, and then 1, 3 plus 6 is 9. 12, 19. Okay, and then also, and I'm using 2 different other examples. Usually I'm using English and English Sumerian, and and using Francis Bacon or Frank Baconus because they're capitals or whatever. But I'm showing a little bit different. Once in a while, I like to show a couple other options. So I'm showing 2 different kinds. One's called reverse squares, and one's called trigonal. So again, same thing. Brown dress shirt is obviously, look, 12, 19. 3 is hiding 12, 19. I mean, are you kidding me? Nobody see this. I mean, and these numbers are even in the regular numbers, the English and all that stuff. I just want to show you a couple different things once in a while, how this works. So he's hiding this in his brown dress shirt, which is the numbers of the exact day of the dog star. And then here, boom, on this day, it shows us again right here on this day. Here pops out the fuzzy dog star. The fuzzy dog head star. I mean, are you kidding me? Bam. I mean, if you don't see this, I don't know what to say. Maybe you just don't see things that are trying to be hidden, but hopefully you see it. It's pretty obvious in my mind, but okay. And then he's holding the dog. He just took him from the guy. He's like, people, this guy is a loser. Who is her? And the fact that loser is gematria in itself for these numbers, but I want to show how it's first and last letter code is LR. It's LR. Now, L's 12, but again, they like to do things backwards, so L is also 21, and then we have 9. So we have 219, 219. Boom. Lahu is the her. And I guess he has 1219 right up here. There's first letter code of 219. So you have 1219 and 219 right here. 1219 in his hat, 219, dog. He's holding the dog star. I'm telling you, believe it or not. Now we have this. There's a famous dog that supposedly died during 9 and 1 and then 1. Name Sirius. Are you serious? Are you serious? People actually believe this stuff? Okay, and look where he's positioned. He's positioned right in between the 2. Yep, the 2 pillars right here. 2 pillars. He's right in between, just like I just showed you. And then look, he happens to be, so then this is a little thing that's saying add him to the memorial, 9 and then 1 and then 1 memorial. And he happens to be a K9, which is what? K is 11. I mean, come on, people. Do you see this? It is right in front of your face, all over the place. Everything you watch, it's got all this stuff in it. And I'm just showing you a few things that have to do with the subject matter I'm talking about here. But bam. And then this dog happens to be, somehow, if it was even the real thing and all that, as far as being that dog that they say, it could be somebody else's dog or whatever, who knows. The fact they use a Labrador, again, remember that loser, first line of code, again, L is 12, but it's 21 backwards, and then 9, 219, Labrador, that's why they use Labrador, and then it's also gematria for the name, but then check this out, it's also a yellow Labrador. I'm doing it still different. I could do the whole name or whatever. I'm just showing you a little bit different here. Yellow is also 9 in English ordinal, 9, 2, or 9, 1, and then 1. Are you kidding me? Seriously. Okay, seriously. Okay, now I'm going to switch gears and go to Back to the Future. Now, he shows this. It was 118, and it goes to 119, and then it cuts away, okay? Now, the 118 is the 11th of August, and 11th of August is the 223rd day of the year. Again, we have the 223 all over the place, and that is the 5th day when the transformation of the 144, the innocent children are taken, the aliens and zombies, the beginning of the week of greatness, as it says in the Foot Locker ad, but it's the week, I call it Unholy Week. Unholy Week, with horrible things happening. on what to people that aren't faithful and whatever, people that know Jesus and are faithful. If you're not faithful to Jesus, don't know him and don't do what he shows you to do, then you're gonna have to go through some stuff, and because you haven't. So God's got to help you through that. He's got to help you to like acknowledge things and knowledge that he's God and you're not. Even though, see, a lot of Christians believe that they leave Jesus as the Savior, they don't make him their master. So if you haven't done what Jesus is, if you haven't been listening to his voice and you haven't done what he's asked you to do, especially when you do stuff you don't want to do, and you haven't done any of that, or maybe very little of that at all, or maybe at all, then that's a clue. There's a clue, okay? It's all over the Bible, okay? I'll give you one scripture. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Not the American way was trust in myself with all my heart. Lean completely to everything I know to do and what I trust in. In all of my ways acknowledge what I want to do, and I will go down that path. Does that say that? No, it says what I said. It says the former, not the latter. If you want to go up the ladder. I mean, seriously, people, you do not want to follow somebody else. That's your problem. I don't have that problem, because when I was young, I slammed into stuff so hard, do my own will, and it hurt so badly that I somehow woke up and I'm like, I can't do this by myself. I can't figure this out. I can't. And I realized that. I realized how ominous life was, and that I don't go do my own job unless the Lord chose me to do it. I don't do my own schooling unless the Lord tells me to do it. I don't do anything. I even got down to my kids. I didn't have kids until he told me to. I mean, literally, because that's just, I honor him that much. I realized not only how much I owe him, but also that it's foolish to do otherwise. It's absolutely foolish. Anyway, so off my box here. Okay, so anyway, 119 is, you know what that is. And I could just say 119 and you know what that is forward. So maybe I'll just say 119 and you know what that is forward. Maybe I'll say that. Or 9, 1, and then 1, whatever. So it's showing that, but before it was 118, and again, that's the 223rd day of the year, and that's another massive code they show all the time, and it's not really about August 11th, it's about the 223 and all this stuff. It also is, it's 223rd day of the year with 142 days left over, or 214 if you look at it kind of backwards, because the last day that he's revealed is the second month, 14th day, and that's all in that. So, boom, and what is that also? It's not just 119 backwards, 119 backwards. It is 1, then we have 19 plus 1 right here, and then we have 19. Well, what is that? Oh, yep, it's 1219, the day of the dog star. Okay, boom, and there's the dog. Yeah, there's the day of the dog star, and it even shows you the year. So you could take this off and you can make it 219, because anything, you can take away any 1 anytime you want. You can make it 2. 19 plus 1 is 20. Take away the 0. 219 or 1, and then you can make this either year. You can make this 2021 if you're looking at 1219, 2021, because you take off any one, you take off that one, you can take off that one. The rule of Kalel and Freemasonry says you can take off or add any one to a number. So we're looking at this number, and we're looking at that number. So you take off this one and take out that one, and then you put these together as 2021, because we're looking at 1219 on the bottom there. Or if we get rid of this one right here, then it's 219. If it's 219, that's the second month, 19th day. Then that is, what is that? That is, take off the one, or sorry, that, yeah, that is, you can look at it this way too. It's 21, and then 1 plus 21 is 22. So it's 21 or 22 or 2021, however you want to do it. It's both years, basically. There's multiple ways to do it. Okay, so, and then he says, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious stuff. He said it just like that. He goes, stuff. No, you're going to see some serious stuff. Okay, here, anyway. Yeah, the dogs are Arnie, Einstein, Arnie, which is code for that day also. I'm not getting into all that right now. I can't get into every single thing there is in the history of the world. Boom, there it is. There's Arnie, the dog star, right there. It's right there at the transition. Okay, boom. And what is the deal with this to that? Okay, well, check this out. Okay, this is in the movie. Remember this, see this right here? This is that eclipse in June, okay, on the Gregorian June 10th, 21. June 10, 21. This is a scene in this movie, believe it or not, pointing to this time frame. I mean, it's crazy at what all's going on in all these movies. This is pointing to, and it's a long, I don't want to get into the story, but it's about death and birth of twins. Yeah, and all kinds of fun stuff. And the birth, yeah. And anyway, there's so much in this, but here it is. Here's that number right there. See that? Okay, and I've seen this before, but I'm going to show this to you. So that is the eclipse that happened this last year on the 21st, June 10th. That is also pointing to the first day. How? Upside down and backwards. Ready? Boom. 12/19. Exactly. February 19th, the 12th month in 21 still. Bam. And then just to even confirm that, the movie name, full name right here is 129, which you just switch the 1 and the 2, and you have February 19th. Or you have 12/19 being in the Roman, and then 2/19 being in the Gregorian. Boom. Just confirmed it, just proved it. Sorry. Okay, and then from there, that what I showed about that arrow, pointing from this date to this actual date of this day is what? 254. What's 254? Anyone you know what 254 is? Dun, na, 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 na. Oh, you don't know? Okay. That 254th day of the year is 9, 1, and then 1, or 119 backwards. Yep, the 254th day. Again, like I said, it all has to do with that number, 9, 1, and then 1, or all these other numbers associated with, for example, like the 254. 9, 1, and then 1 is the 254th day of the year with 111 days left over. It's crazy. There it is. September, and then boom, is the 254 with 111. There you go. Remember that 111 weeks in between those two things in my timeline? Yep. Okay, so there it is again. Boom. We have this. We have 119 backwards. We have this. We have 44. That's Stinky BO. We have that. The versions of 911. We're going to go to the next one here. Boom. Now again, from here, right here to here, from this upside down and backwards to there, which is this exactly upside down and backwards to there, is 274 weeks. What's 274 weeks made up of? It's made up of a lot of things, but in one way I want to prove is made up of 254, like I just showed you, 254 days from that one sign, the eclipse, to this date. Again, we have that same number, a similar number, that upside down and backwards equals this, and that's that 254 again. Again, this number right here, 9 and then 1 is the 254th day of the year. And then we'll have 9 weeks, and then we'll have 11 weeks, and it would be 274, and it would be from there to there. Conception to the first day of the 14-day birth. Are you kidding me? Hopefully this makes sense because it's nailing it. Nailing it. Okay, here we go. Boom, 254. Now, how do I know from there to there that's substantial? Now, watch. So if you go from there, 254 weeks to there, what date is that? Boom, there it is. That is October 3rd, 2021. We had another October 3rd that was notorious. That was the presidential alert. Yeah, but it was in like 2018 or 2019. 2019, something like that. It was 2018. I can't remember right now, top of my head. But anyway, we had that. And then look at this. Remember I said 254 weeks, just like the other one from that eclipse to that first day is 254 days. Okay, so what is substantial about this day? Why would this substantiate this 254 weeks out of 274, and then 9 weeks, and then 11 weeks? Boom, what substantiates that? Well, I'll show you. Boom. Ready? Well, first of all, again, that's 254 represents that, which I already said. Okay, boom. This is that day, October 3rd, 2021, which was happy anniversary. Baraka, I love you. Baraka from Michael and Baraka. Okay, now look. Now, what does he say on Twitter? On that exact day, he said, "Happy anniversary, blep. After the past 29 years, I love watching the world get to know you, not to blah, blah, get to know this man." I call him Michael. Okay, anyway, look at this right here. What is this? What is that? I'm sure you probably know. What's 2? 2 is 1 and 1, and then 1 9. See? That marks out that is what that is there for. I mean, seriously, why would it mark out that? And that is exactly that, which is backwards 9 than that. Are you kidding me? It's not to talk these days on YouTube. It's kind of ridiculous. And then we have spelled out 29th anniversary, which is what this is, and she says it. She says it. Okay, 29th anniversary is, first of all, it's 323, which is I'll get to this in a second. Okay, but remember 323. Remember 323 or 323. Remember that. And then look, 1938 is 19, and then we have 11, or 11 is 2, and then 19 the first day. Because each one of these things that is, remember, this is 254 weeks from the conception. And then we'll go here, and then we're talking about attack, and we're also talking about all these things will point to the first day, and they are. Plus, they're all pointing to 9, 1, and 1. You remove a 1, get 9, 1, 1 right there. Okay? So if we keep going here, though, remember 3, 2, 3? There it is. 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Adjust my back there. Okay, 3, 2, 3. Bam. Which is 12, 3. Sorry, 12, 3. 12, 23. And that's the day that the transformation happens. Children leave, all that stuff. So they're pointing to all kinds of dates. But I'm pointing to, I use that example because why I'm using these two as an example when I'm talking about this right now? Because that equals, the bottom one equals his full name, and the top one is his full name. Yeah, that's all. I mean, they're obsessed with this guy and his birth, and coming up in the first day of his birth right here, and then another birthday right here, which is also the birth of the 144 being transformed. Boom, 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 right there. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, now we deal with from there, the 3rd of October, 9 weeks more to there. What is that day? Boom. Okay, we're going to go from 3rd, that to, it goes right to 12/5. But that's a huge number because February 5th, or the February be the 12th month, the 5th day, again, is that 12/23 I just showed you. Okay, and so they refer to all the different numbers in each thing. So that's 9 weeks from there. Again, that's that at the 254, then 9 weeks, and that's 63 days. Remember, over Truman's door was 36, or you got 63. 36 is also 3 6s, or 666, of course. But now what's the evidence of this being in there? 12/5. Well, Senator Bob Dole was a war hero, a political leader, and statesman. Anyway, I'm not going to do. That's an annoying voice. All right, whatever. And look, first letter code for Senator Bob Dole, because again, it's going to go forward, referring to the first day. First letter code is SBD. S is 19, B is 2, and then D is 4, but it's hiding 2 and 2. So that's literally 19th of February being the first day, 22. Bam. I'm telling you, believe it or not. Again, that was December 5th, 2021, because that's 9 weeks after the Baraka and after Michael and Boo. Michael and my boo. Okay, and then, so what is this? Bob Dole doesn't need this. Bob Dole doesn't need this. This is aliens attacking Bob Dole. Yeah, he's an alien. He was an alien in a sense. Whatever. This is in Simpsons, and Bob Dole doesn't need this. So in the alien day is the 5th day right here. See, 5th day, December 5th, 5th day. Bob Dole is associated with aliens in The Simpsons. Even more than that. So this phrase right here, Bob Dole doesn't need this. Bob Dole doesn't need this, is 1296. And again, 12 is one way. One thing it is 12. 9 plus 6 is 15. So that's 12/5. 12/5 was that day, and also his death. And also this day he's talking in, which is, again, 254 days plus 254 weeks plus 9 weeks into the 274 weeks from the conception to the first day of birth. Boom. And that's not supporting it? Yeah, I don't think it definitely is. And then the other option right here is what this really actually is, even more than that. Move this 2 over there, like I showed you earlier, and that's 219, and then 6 is 2022. And I just like that because I couldn't fit the 2022 right in there. But it's right there. 219, same day, first day of the birth. Again, the total of 274 days from the conception to birth. And now we're into 9 weeks past. Now we're going to the last 11 weeks. Boom. Well, before we do that, this is another scene from that same episode, I think. And his name is Kang. It makes no difference which one of us you vote for. Either way, your planet is doomed. Now, that's some massive truth. There's a lot of truth in The Simpsons, a certain amount of truth that they share, and they, hides things that are going on in plain sight right there. But there's a lot, there's so much truth to that. Now, what is that? That's exact gematria. It's 2 different forms of gematria that I could actually split up at each sentence, but I'm just going to give you 2 examples here. So that's what that whole thing is right there. And that's literally, look at this. Backwards is 19 and then 3, or 1912. Right there, boom. Now, if you take Kang off, that's another way of doing it. Take Kang off, then boom. Then just the statement right there. Again, we have take this and then go upside down and backwards, and you literally have 19/2 or 19th of February right there. Boom. I'm telling you, the key's pointing to all that because, again, this is pointing forward to that. And then this is another scene in that episode here that they're not really politicians, they're aliens. And and there's some truth to that. They're demonic, and the demons are reptilian like in some ways. I don't think they're actually reptilians. I think that's kind of silly. I mean, but they could definitely do physical things, like have slits in their eyes and things. They could manifest things, demons in that are massively in people, or multiple demons in people. I've seen them manifest themselves in people, and I've cast them out of people. But it doesn't mean that those people were like literally actually lizards. I mean, or snake people or whatever. But whatever you want to think. I mean, as far as that goes, it doesn't matter really. They're completely demonic, and they do have the physical changes and stuff at times because they're so demonic. And demons can do that with physical reality. They can. I've seen it many times. Okay, so boom, they showing that. Now look at this. Senator Bob Dole in Francis Bacon that's what Obama called him, Senator Bob Dole, and that's exactly backwards 19th of February. Boom, again. And then watch this. Dole itself, again, remember over Truman's door, 36, and exactly spelled out in English ordinal, Dole is 4 plus 15 is 9. Then we have 12, and then so that's obvious. And then 5 is made up of 2021. So we literally have 19th of the 12th month, 2021 right there. And to balance that, over here, we're going to have Dole right here, and we're going to have, well, I'm going to decide we're going to have Barack over here because I know Barack is 36, and I worked that up really quick, and I was like, oh my gosh, there it is. So this is 19th, the 12th month. This is the second month of February. This is the 12th month of February, the 19th day. This is the second month of February. Then you go 1 plus 18 is 9. And then when 1 plus 3 is 4, and 1 plus 1 is 2, so we have 4, 2. 4 is hiding 2 and 2, like I shared before many times. So we literally have February 19th, 2022. And then we have 19th of February, the 12th month, 2021. And their respective names. And this is the last name, this is the first name. This is how they do this stuff. They just mix it up like that. And I'm telling you, believe it or not. Okay. So again, 3 6s is also 666. Hi, how you doing? It's 666. Waiting for the Antichrist. Okay, I mean, seriously, give me a break. And then so 11 weeks, I don't have to, give you an example of that because that will be the end date, because all these things pointed to this day as I shown in gematria and symbols and everything of the 219. But we have 11 weeks, remaining. So boom, that's it. I'm just showing you that. And then here's another level. See, I'll show you right there. Now, boom, this another level of how from there is 156 weeks. Now, if you add you add 44. By the way, take 4 plus 4 plus 1, and you got 9 right here, and you have 911 and 119 with the mirror in the middle there. In a sense, it's a weird. There's so much here I could get into. It's just ugh. But right here, I don't want to make a 5-hour video or even 3-hour video. So from beginning all the way to here, and then past it by 1 week. By 1 week is 156. What is 156? Okay, so 911, this is backwards 9, 1, and then 1, but 9, 1, and then 1 is the 156th prime. So if you have this 156 weeks, 1 week past this part, and then we have the same 119, but they're just 1 week later here, and going 1 week into the timeline, which is basically, this week is when the 144 are transformed. I'm one of the 144. And these young innocent children will be taken, all this stuff, and then all this stuff will happen within this time. That is literally 156 weeks and 119 weeks, because 9, 1, and then 1 is 156 prime, and that's right here again. How is this all working like this? There's just no way. On top of all the things I'm showing you. So then the next week past is going to be 276 complete weeks across here. And by the way, 276th day of the year. The 276th day of the year is this day, right? Ready? This day, right? Oop, and go backwards. I don't know why I'm going all the way backwards, but I'm just going to do it to prove a point. Right here. The 176th day of the year is right here. That's another reason to support why they're picking this day as 254 weeks from the conception day of November 20th, 2016. And 254 weeks later is that day. And that is the 276th day of the year. And that is the week that he is made to be God and stands as God, the Antichrist on the earth. And the faithful have already been taken away in the rapture on the 14th day of the second month, which looks like 214, which looks like, Valentine's Day, but it's not. And so they use all the symbols for that, but that's it. Okay, so again, you have the bottom thing here, then we have this middle thing here. I can explain a lot more about this, but I'm going to leave it at that and then move on to the next thing. So this was posted a few months ago by Britney Spears, and thank you, Ella. You've been very helpful on certain things, including this. She put this in a chat, and then I immediately looked at it. I'm like, oh my goodness. I knew right away, because I know iPad Go extremely well and things like this. I knew it was a timeline. I knew it looked like it was an extra shot from iPad Goat. That's another version of Lily right here. There's all kinds of stuff going on. I knew it was, I wanted to dive into it right away. And it's taken me months to really work out some things. I saw some things right away, and I was just so into some of the things. But and then the Lord didn't want me to get into it yet, because He had some things for me eventually with the actual dates. And now it completely makes all the sense in the world. It's so incredible. I'm going to share some of that with you on this video. Okay, so here we go. Without any further ado, this is a painting done by a guy named Mark Ryden, and he does these really, really bizarre, surreal paintings. And a lot of them have really crazy messages, and this one's very intricate. It is a timeline of this time we're about to go through, and I want to prove that. I think I want to prove it. Okay, so right here, it starts. This evil bunny is coming out of this box. This is the first day of this timeline. This is what I'm saying. This is another evidence of this timeline, and this is a timeline right here. We also have the Revelation 12 sign. I'm going to talk about a couple things before I get into this and some details with the gematria, but this is the first day. And then it actually is the first day, and it also represents the last day. Remember, this is the first day. Remember, the last day is March. Remember, on the iPad Goat, it was a yin and yang as well. There's the first day and last day. Yin and yang is also first day and last day in gematria. It literally represents the first day and last day in gematria as well. So that shows you first day on this side and last day on this side, and it's a timeline going this way. And then over here is the Revelation 12 sign. You have the woman, or you have Lily. The moon is under her feet. This is a moon. When these white tiles are out like this and not sticking out like that, these are stars. And then this way, it's a moon. That is a moon or a planet. That's a star. That's a moon. Moon's under her feet. She's actually has one finger on the black key, one on the white key, and both of those are the 8th keys, which is the 88, the transition. There's so much going on in here. It's just ridiculous. I'm going to talk about some of this stuff, and that's the all-seeing eye. This says 611. This is 683, which is 611, which is 911, and 91, and then 1. Oh, I can't believe I said that. Okay, and this means female girl. I'll look that up in Japanese as female girl. And then right here above her head are the 12 stars, but these are 12 exotic Hawaiian flowers right here. 12 flowers represent 12 stars. And this is a tsunami happening from Hawaii. You see that, those ripples? This is some kind of curtain, but it's also, hidden, a tsunami. And across over here, again, this is the 12th, 11th and 12th day. And that's marked out by this clock. By the way, this clock is right in the middle. Okay, wait, I'll wait on that. The clock's right in the middle. I'll talk about that in a second. I'll just wait on that. Okay, so it's right in the middle, but it has to do with time. Time over here and time over here. This is Revelation 12 sign right here. Again, 12 stars above her head. The girl, moon under her feet, and some other stuff. Okay, this is also an adrenochrome lab. This is an adrenochrome dropper, if you know what that is. That's sick stuff, and it's right behind the girl. It's just so sick. But this has to do with, it really matches with this time. The clock says, I'm going to get into what the clock says soon here. But this is the beginning. This is the baby being born, who looks kind of weird. He looks like he's separated from, he's the Antichrist really being born, and he's leaning on a ham because he's of Ham. Ham is Shem, and Ham is the Shemite. Ham or Shem is the Shemite people, the Semite people. He's Jewish. He's the Antichrist with Jewish lineage. He's also the monkey-headed doll. He's a female, but he's a monkey head, and a monkey head has to do with being possessed. And then doll has to do with being a female and all that stuff. There's so much going on with this. And then we have the bee of judgment. Judgment is bee. Bee is judgment. Also the beehive cluster, which is around time the faithful are going to be taken up into the beehive cluster when judgment happens. Also, Deborah from the Bible means bee, and she was one of the judges. And her, guess, this is the baby Antichrist Barak. And then check this out. Deborah means bee in the Old Testament. Deborah was a judge, and it has to do with judgment that's coming. Judgment's coming right in here and starting right here, and that's why the bees coming in the window. And Deborah's husband was Barak. Deborah's husband was Barak. It's just so crazy, and you have female and male represented in those two. It's just so. There's so even more. This right here is just, oh man, wait till you get into all this. So there's so much going on here. This dog is here for a reason. I'm going to get into that. This little dog, I'm not going to get into that probably. There's so much here. So, and then we have a pink piano, and it says SSS blood. By the way, that's also 555, but SSS is also 1919. When you take away the ones, upside down backwards at 666. Also, SSS blood in English gematria is 666. There's so much in this; it's just insane. So let me just jump into. I gave a little bit of an overview of some things, but let me dive into these symbols right here. This being the very beginning. So this is basically, watch this. This is Lincoln's head shining, and that shows you this is the first day. Again, first day, and you're taking the timeline here to the last day. First day to the last day, or first day to the last day in a sense too. Okay, so Lincoln's head shining is not only right here 19:3, which is 12:19. It's also right here 3:19. I mean, are you kidding me? They literally have the numerology in how many letters and how many words many times. So this is 19 letters and 3 words exactly. This is also 3:19 backwards, 19:3 backwards, which is 12:19. The first day. I don't think so. It's not. I already highlighted that. Okay, then Lincoln's head shining. In reverse English is again 2:19. So we have 12:19 and 2:19, two representations of February, the 12th month and the second month. So we literally have literally 2:19, and again that proves that this is also 12. Okay, boom, and again we have 3, 12:19 and 2:19. Boom, the first day. Then yin and yang is right here. Yin and yang being for the first day is 684 in English Sumerian. And that's 8 plus 4 is 12. So we have 612 backwards. It's 216, or February 1st, 2022. Bam, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then right here, again, that's 219. Or you just take this and put it upside down and backwards. Take this here, turn it upside down and backwards, and you got 219. Or backwards, you have 216, February 1st, 2022. Or upside down and backwards, it's 219. See how that works? Isn't that crazy? But this is backwards is the full date, but this is hidden. The 2022 is hidden right here. But this upside down and backwards is just the month in a day. It's crazy how they do this stuff. It took me a while to figure all this stuff out. People are like, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing." Like, it takes time to figure this stuff out, and you don't understand that. And you gotta give people a hard time because you have nothing better to do in your life. That's just sad. No, that's just sad. That's just sad. Sad. Okay, here we go. So yellow and green vertical stripes is, believe it or not, is 2-1, and then we have 3 plus 6 is 9. 219. There we go. First day again. First day. And there's so much more. No, let's just keep going here. And then I'm going to point to this dog. What is this dog right here? Again, the dog's standing right by the first day, the Lincoln's head shining right here, right? Okay, this dog, believe it or not, is serious. How can I prove that? How is he serious? Okay, well, first of all, he has this band right here, right, his collar, and that's where the star is in the Canis Major. Sirius is right here. Okay, and then I'm going to prove it even more. Ready? I'm going to prove it in a few ways, but here you go. Ready? Sirius exactly equals, but reverse of each thing, poodle. This is a poodle. Okay, this is definitely a poodle. So Sirius, in English ordo 95, reverse English 95. English ordo 67, poodle, reverse ordo 67. Boom, 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 boom. Are you kidding me? That's exactly planned. If you don't think that you don't know that, then I'm telling you, there's no way that's it. So Sirius is the dog star, and it's shining. It's shining right there. Lincoln's head shining. Okay. Then look at this. This will blow your ever-loving mind. Watch this. Not only is this 3 9 is 12, 3 plus 9 is 12, and that's 12-9. Or again, 219. Okay, 219. It's also this whole thing. Black and white poodle, because we have black and white. Okay, black and white poodle with red nose and collar. Believe it or not, is 3-9 is 12, and then here, look, we have 3-9 right there. And letters and words. See how this perfectly coordinates? 3939, and then 1 plus 8 is 9, and that's 9. So it's basically 129, but then you just move the 1 and the 2, and that's February 19th, the first day. I mean, are you kidding me? How could this work out? How could any of this work out if it wasn't true? I mean, seriously. I already told you that. Okay, boom. Now, this is super trippy, right? Let me go back. I forgot I could click. Okay, so this is a crazy message right here. These are symbols for planets. And on the 23rd, and basically back in the 19th, going to the 20th, Mars starts to overtake Venus, and then this is the sign right here when they're nice and clearly separated, when it's pretty much 22nd, 23rd, or I just throw 23rd on there. It is exact order of what this is showing right here. And this doesn't come up in exact order that I can see in the future or in the past for a long time. Okay, so this is Venus is right here. That's Venus. Mars, that's Mars. Mercury, that's Mercury. And I'll show you with this right here. So look at this. So we got Venus right here. Venus, that just looked like a stick figure with a big head. There's Venus, stick figure with a big head. And then we have like a round thing with something sticking out, an arrow shooting out. Remember, women are from Mars, men are from Venus. Wow, I just said the other way around. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. What I tried to say. Hello, McFly. Okay, and then this is Mercury. Look at this. And then this is represented by Obama, by the way. And look at that's a stick figure. Look at this stick figure with horns. Stick figure with horns. A man with horns. And that's Stinky B.O. And he's also Mercury. He's the messenger. Now I'm going to share with you why that is. So, right now it's just planets. Okay, then we have, that's the symbol for Saturn, and there it is right there, Saturn. It looks like an H with a cross on it. And then we have Jupiter, which looks like a 2 and a 4 kind of combined, or a 2 and an I or something. But there it is, right there, Jupiter, that's it, boom. So we have the exact order right here, showing a time frame that's only within a few days of itself. And this is just even more confirming. That's the first day, and then this is really showing like 22nd to 23rd, and then again, that's the time we're leaving. And then the other thing I wanted to mention, the thing about this thing coming out of the box early. Now, what is this indicative of? This is indicative of the Easter Bunny. Okay, the Easter Bunny also. It's an evil bunny, obviously, and I'm going to share some things about that. But it's an Easter Bunny coming out too early. That's why it's surprising you. It's a jack-wagon. I mean, a jackrabbit. It's a jack-wagon rabbit. It's a jackrabbit, or, I mean, not really, but I'm just saying it's a jack in the box, and a rabbit's taking the place of Jack. Okay? And so it's surprising early. It's coming out early. That's the whole idea of a jack in the box. It comes out before you expect it. And it comes out too fast. So it's way before. Now, check this out. You want to trippy about this? From this day being the last day, being the 4th of March, I've shared with you already. And that's what the Antichrist, he's the evil Antichrist bunny thingy. And I'm going to show you this. So from that to the actual Easter is 44 days. And that's Stinky B.O. And in many ways, I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what they're showing. This is coming early. That's why I call it Unholy Week. It's Unholy Week, and it's coming way earlier than, I mean, even though that other week is made up and everything as far as that goes with the Catholic Church and all that. But this is the true Unholy Week. Okay, now I'm going to show you this other symbols. These are sexual symbols for these things, and of course, as I said here, not only are men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So that's Mars. This is a symbol for Mars and men, and this is a symbol for Venus and women. But what is this a symbol for? Right here. This is a symbol for right this. It's called Hermaphrodophilis, or I can't read it right here. So it's Hermaphrodophilis or something like that. Basically, it's a hermaphrodite, and that's a male and a female together. And I've said this 1,000 times. Oh my goodness, the Stinky B.O. is both. I've called him a Baphomet, and this proves that right here. And he literally has horns. He's a man. Is a stick figure with horns. Is that a coincidence? This is a spiritual truth shown right in your face. That is a stick figure with horns. That is hermaphrodite. I knew how to say it earlier. Oh my gosh. I can't remember now how to say it. I don't have it in front of me, so I can't remember. It's a long word, though. It's crazy. Hermaphroditus or something like that. I'm not saying it right. Whatever. But then up here, these aren't any of these, and I don't show all of them because I couldn't fit all of these in here, so you can see it somewhat. But these are not any of those. So what this is saying also, not only this is so crazy. See, there's so much going on. Just like an iPad Go, there's so many layers of stuff going on with these. But this one is not as complicated as iPad Go, with multiple layers. You can get to the. I got to the center of this pretty quickly. Got to the center of the Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop. There you go. But right here, so we have men and women. We have the representation, which is Mercury, or the messenger hermaphrodite, the messenger Baphomet. Okay, between the gods. And I've said this many times. Just like in the Bible, it says Jesus is the mediator between God and man. I've said this many times in my videos, and here it confirmed massively. He is the mediator or messenger between the gods, that's Saturn and Jupiter, the gods, which are the aliens that are coming, the gods. He's the mediator or messenger between the gods and men and women, right in between, right there. Man, that's huge. If you understand what that is, and I've been saying that for a while because there's a lot of evidence in different areas and different movies and gematria and all this stuff, and I've been going in the Bible and all this kind of stuff, and then you see that, and I'm showing you, explaining that's exactly what that says. When they come, when he's exalted at the last day and they show up, they're going to say why the children were taken, all this kind of stuff. They're going to make everything better. But no, they're going to bring you this technology thing that's going to be inserted in your head and in your hand, and your body's going to be already set up with it if you took the hokey pokey and all that, and then you're going to be sucked in, drawn in completely. That's when that happens. And he's going to be the mediator between the gods. He's the mediator between the gods and men and women. I'm telling you, believe it or not. Okay, so this is the center of this whole thing. Time is the center of this whole thing. This is what this is saying. Time is the center of this. So this is a timeline, just like iPad Go is a section of timelines, scene by scene, and they all are related to just themselves, and they're all stuck together, just like the Book of Revelation. iPad Go is like the enemy's Book of Revelation, but just about the United States. Beyond that, it doesn't go farther than that. It just talks about the United States as kind of its own Book of Revelation, the second 9, 1, and then 1. And that's why it's all about that. So let me look at this time clock, and I'm going to tell you something about this that shows you evidence about what this is going. Like, this is the first day, this is the last day, this is the Revelation 12 sign. There's some things going on with time. This time right here, what this clock shows, has to do with this side and this side. Like I said, this side, right straight across, again, it's a timeline. Straight across is this right here and this right here. This is Hawaii and Tsunami, and this is La Palma. But I'll get into it in a second here. Watch. So look at the time. This says, if you look at it this way, you can look at two ways. You can look at the number 3. I'm just going to say it this way right now. I'm not going to get into what it obviously is as far as the time. I'm just going to give you an example. This is 3 and then 11. 3 and then 11. So you got 311. And then you can look at it this way. They like to do things backwards. 11, 3. 11, 3. Now, what do these two have to do with this right here? What's across from them? This is exactly when La Palma. It has to do with everything with La Palma. And he has his palm out. And there's a palm tree behind his arm. I'm going to show that here in a little bit. And then over here is Hawaii and the Hawaiian flowers and the tsunami wave, which is kind of for both of them, but it's just depicting a one time. Just like an iPad Go, when you see the C and the apple, the C is there for it's a tsunami wave, but it's actually, tsunami wave for both coasts, but it's just showing, for example, for Hawaii side of the split apple. Anyway, so this is the time. So again, on my timeline, for this side here, for La Palma, it is 2nd month, February, and then 12th day. And that's exactly when it would be, the 12th day, which is exactly this March 2nd. Okay, but this is the 12th day as far as on the timeline. Okay, and then right here would be the tsunami for Hawaii, right across here, right here. See how this goes right across to the tsunami wave right here? And these Hawaiian flowers, exotic Hawaiian flowers. And then you have this goes right across to the palm, La Palma, and the palm tree, Palma. And I'm going to show some other stuff that, incorporate that as well. And then just above that is the last day where he shows up, the evil bunny head. So this is the tsunami day, the 11th and 12th day. This is the last day right here, and I'm going to show that. But, okay, so let's keep going here. Cuckoo clock is what this is. This is a cuckoo clock, and it's 185 in reverse, which is 1. 8 plus 5 is 13. So look, 11-3. See that? Oh, see how this is working? And then cuckoo clock with face. Now I'm using it this a little bit different. I'm going to show this example with cuckoo, because guess what? A cuckoo clock is not a cuckoo clock. It's a cuckoo clock. It's a cuckoo, cuckoo, like in Sound of Music. Cuckoo, cuckoo. It's not cuckoo, it's cuckoo. But people say cuckoo because they're a bunch of cuckoos. No, anyway, a bunch of cuckoo birds. No, anyway. So, but that they love to do this. They're playing on words all the time, how it sounds, how it looks. They do all these things. So, cuckoo clock with face, because there's a face on it, is 185 again. And that's a coincidence? Nope. 1, 8 plus 5 is 13, 113. There you go, 113. Now let's just keep going. And there's far more things I could show, but I'm just going to show you some of these things. And then again, now cuckoo clock with face is 3, 2, 6. And what's that? 311. Now we got 311. And what's 6? Remember I said this a bunch of times already? 6 is hiding 222. And that's exactly right. So it's 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. So it's March, and then second. It's really second, but March 11th, okay, would be second in the 2022. Okay, now next thing is clock face looking left. So this is a clock face. It's a clock. This is a face, and the eyes are looking to its left. Clock face looking left is 185 again. 185, 185, 185. Are you kidding me? This is not planned. Yes, I've just figured the Lord Jesus himself leads me and guides me to this stuff because he's amazing and I'm not. Okay, if I'm amazing, the only thing I'm amazing is I figured out to follow him instead of do my own thing, and that's what makes me amazing. Otherwise, everything that I am, if it seems amazing, it's all him. He does it all. He's showing me all the stuff. He's a super wit and super massive, all that stuff. He knows all the stuff backwards, forwards. He knows everything better than the devil that he created. Are you kidding me? Seriously. Okay, bam. And then, boom, clock face. I mean, everything the devil creates and then what God creates. And then Jesus knows all that stuff, everything and beyond, of course. Anyway, whatever. The clock face looking left is also, this is so trippy. Not only is this 113, okay, like I said, 113. Here we go. Are you ready? Clock face looking left is 3:55, and that's what this actually says. It says 3, and it's 55 before 4 o'clock. It's 3:55, and it's exactly right there, proving that that's exactly clock face looking left is what they intend as 3:55. Are you kidding me? How can you get more clear than that? I mean, if some people are just super dense and they don't want to deal with reality. Again, they have all this grit in their mouth because we're having their head in the sand for so long. And you think you get a clue when your teeth are gritty and you're sucking on tiny little rocks and stuff, but they don't. They get used to it, and then eventually, hopefully, they would see something like this would just smack them across the face and go, "Look at this! Look at this!" I mean, they might be able to easily say, "Okay, why is there 185, 185, and 185?" Okay, whatever. But this being the exact clock looking left, and this being the exact time, are you kidding me? Wake up, people! Seriously, if you can't see this, wow! I am showing you. I am bringing it. I am bringing it. You're being warned. Now, this is so trippy. Thank you. I want to thank my brother Constantine, in just many ways, and so many things that we've been back and forth on and everything. And he's just been such a massive help. You're so awesome, brother. I know it embarrasses you and everything with that, but I don't care. You're awesome. You're my brother, and you've been so helpful the last few months. I can't even say I'm so thankful. So this is something he found that is mind blowing. This is the shield for La Palma Island, where the Cumbre, a lot of people they call it La Palma volcano, but I've been covering this for over 3 years. And I've talked about it a couple times in my videos, but I wouldn't go back to that. I usually would cover Hawaii more, but I would talk about it at different times, but I didn't cover it a ton all the time. But it's basically, it's these, the Canary Islands off the west corner of Africa. And this is La Palma. This is the shield for La Palma Island. And this is their symbol for La Palma Island, which is so crazy. I can't even believe. And he found this, and I was like, what? And he was showing me this. This is an angel. This is a angel of judgment, and it's holding I think it's the moon or the sun behind it, head or whatever. And I think the moon's the moon's actually that's what it was. The moon is actually, at this time, when this happens, the day I'm saying this happens, the moon's actually in the Judgment constellation. What's it called again? I can't think of what it's called, but the Judgment constellation, the scales. It literally is. It's right in there. And during this time, it's really trippy. This angel is standing on Babylon, the Tower of Babel. I'm telling you, and it looks like a skull because it's death. It's going to be death. And then we've got a tsunami right here. Look at this tsunami. Remember, the tsunami over here was on the wall with Hawaii, and it's exactly showing this right here. This is La Palma. See Palma? He's putting out his palm, and there's a palm tree right here. See this? La Palma, Palma, palm right here. So this represents the island in the ocean and everything. This is the island. This is a bigger island that's a tower, Tower of Babylon, that's going to get washed over by waves. And by the way, that's in Jeremiah 42:51. 42:51? Oh gosh. No, 51:42. Sorry. Jeremiah 51:42 say Babylon's going to be destroyed by tumultuous waves. And I've said that many times. And I've talked about this for 3.5 years. And here it is right in front of your face. There's La Palma Island, this little tiny island in the water. It's going to cause a tsunami. It's going to go across and destroy Babylon, the Tower of Babel. Angels, cause this to happen. It's crazy. I mean, oh my gosh, or let it happen, I should say, whatever. Because, enemies doing it, and the angel's going to basically take responsibility for it, probably. I don't know how that works, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Now, look at this. Oh, this is so crazy. There's so much in this. Boom, right here. See this? Okay, again, there it is. I already said this, but there's a palm tree, La Palma, palm tree, La Palma, and palma means the palm or the palm tree. Palm is the palm of the hand, is what La Palma means in Spanish. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then look at this right here. Look at that. What are these? These are violets. That's a violet. That's a violet. The violet basically has three petals like that. That's a violet right there. See a violet, violet, violet. In fact, there's one here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Whatever. And then violet is the birth flower. Violet and primrose are the birth flowers for February. So violet is February. Hello. Anyone listening? Anybody? Is this thing on? We'll see if this is getting uploaded. I hope so. Anyway, you already know. I don't know yet. All right, here we go. Oh, this is insane. This is so crazy. Okay, now I'm going to show you this. This is so regarding the tsunamis. Now, this is what I did. I know based on iPad Goat that there's symbolism in there of the between two frames of iPad Goat. It shows Hawaii going off, the Kilauea going off. I can't explain it right now, and I should have thrown a slide in here maybe, but whatever. It shows Kilauea going off, and in the destruction of that, it shows a 9 and the 9 slanted to the side of the 9 on the clock, and it's a little bit past 9 p.m. It's hard to explain exactly right now, but it shows a little bit after 9 p.m. Okay, so then that, and I've deduced how much after 9 p.m. Who knows? And then it shows outside the window of Obama and iPad Goat. It comes outside the window. You see the tsunami thing on the left. The towers fall down. Whatever. Right off the little classroom area is this mountain, and there's a tower in it, and it's got 12 o'clock. That is midnight mountain time, because it's in a mountain. It's midnight mountain time, and that fits with being 3 hours, especially this time of year, being 3 hours from Hawaii. So it's a little bit after 9 Hawaii time, which I found exactly as a clock little face with 9 and everything in iPad Goat. And then I found that midnight in the mountain time, which is exactly 3 hours from Hawaii, which is perfect. I mean, it's just perfect. And then remember in the scene, if you've seen iPad Go to with New York, you see the Statue of Liberty. And then when the Star of Molech goes underneath the Statue of Liberty, it lines it up with that direction, with the top point, and it makes it a little bit after 3. And that fits perfect. So New York's a little bit after 3. Mountain Time's a little bit after 12. And then Hawaii time is a little bit after 9 the previous day. Okay, so I went there, and I'm like, because I knew the sun was in Aquarius, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius, and it has to do with water, and we got tsunamis, and we're hitting that. The sun's in Aquarius. It's crazy. what if, and then I looked this up. I could not believe it. So I estimated from my time zone, because I'm looking at it from my time zone, being right here midnight, and then I said, okay, because of all these numbers are about after, well, how much after? So I'm like, well, they love 9, 1, and then 1. I'll say that. No, I almost said it. 9, 1, and then 1. Okay, they love that. So I'm gonna say it's a little bit after 12 is 12, 1, and then 1. Okay, so right here, a little bit after 12 this day. Okay, a little bit after 12, and it's actually the next day, the 12th day, but it's a little bit after 12 is 11, and there it is right there. There's the sun right there. Okay, and this is where the water's poured out. And wait till you see this. This is where the water's poured out. It's on this side, and then I have it at 5:11, so 5 hours later. Then this is where the sun is on the other side of this line. It is so crazy. And why 5 hours later? Because I did a lot of research about how long when these both get hit. So what's going to happen, according to iPad Go and some other kind of predictive programming, and that's how it's going to happen, I'm telling you, because it shows these submarines in there. It shows these Russian submarines, in fact, Shark, Akula class subs in Russian means shark. Akula means shark. And also there's other things, like they have this one they're going to be using specifically has a detachable one beneath it called the Low Shark. It's a Russian name, but it sounds like Low Shark. Low Shark? I mean, are you kidding me? And there's all kinds of stuff. There's submarines all over the iPad Go. I've shown many times in several scenes, and they're using that to hit. And I know how it's going to work and the whole thing. They're going to hit the base of the Big Island, right at the Helena Slump. They're going to hit the base of La Palma Island, right off Cuma Vieja, right there. And then all those, they're all ready. They've got cracks and everything ready. They've been all ready to go. They've been scored there, and they're all going to fall into the ocean as soon as these subs shoot out their Poseidon nuclear torpedoes, coordinate at the exact same time. Okay, and then when all these chunks of land slide into the ocean and their respective spots at the same time, it's going to roughly take both of those tsunamis to travel roughly about 4.5 to 5 hours, depending on exactly how fast they are and how much land is actually moved. Is somewhere between 4.5 or 4 to 5. I'm gonna give it a benefit of the doubt, say 4.5 to 5. So that's why I put 5 hours. And then check this out. Are you ready for this? If you understand what this is, it'll shock the heck out of you, like it did me. And I totally understand what this is. Now watch. This is literally the time in the sky that could literally happen as it's happening. And the Lord said it was just like when Jupiter went across the plane of the stars, the line or whatever, the plane of Virgo, and started the countdown or started the time of the conception. And it's just like when Jupiter exited between the legs and across the line, the imaginary line between the stars, sure, but across the line and then exited the body is when it started a countdown as well to the time when the birth is going to actually happen. The Antichrist is going to be revealed, his birth on the earth, our birth in heaven. All this stuff is crazy. Now watch, this is going to be the first thing that I know that's real time as it's happening in the sky. Now, ready? Look at this. This is literally, again, it's down to the time. Down to the exact time. The sun is on this side of the line just before it's going to happen. And when they attack those islands, and then when they hit, it's on the other side of the line. The reason why I'm upset is because I've seen this happen. I've seen hundreds and thousands of people be hit by the tsunami wave. It was super real. I was in a God-made ark that was it was clear. And I've shared this dream before, but that it would be down to the exact moment this happens, and that this is not a coincidence. We're talking about millions of lives on the coast, planned by these evil, sick people. I'm sorry, it's hitting me somehow. The timing is right here in front of my face, and I couldn't believe I found it. It's going to be the Lord led me right there to see this. There's going to be, and He told me there's going to be real time. That's judgment through the water of Aquarius. It's literally going. There's Aquarius, and this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius through the water, the purifying of water, the February purifier, right here. This is the water being poured out, and this line that dictates this water. You see the water right here. This is the line. It's literally going to be on this side when they shoot those torpedoes. It's going to be on this side when they actually hit. I hope you get this. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just it's hit me like a ton of bricks right now because I just care about people so much. That's why I do these videos, and I care about following what Jesus says, no matter what kind of horrible things people say and do and everything else. And losing friendships and all kinds of stuff for years. And the Lord said, I'm finally this is all going to get redeemed very soon. Very soon. Very soon. So and part of me is just aching so much for people. The other part of me is rejoicing. And it's so weird. It's the weirdest thing to say that when I'm crying and whatever. And because I'm just real. I can't be other than that. So let me just finish with this, the last few things. This was a so-called, I don't know what you call them in this. It's called Truth Social. It's kind of like a tweet or something, I guess. I don't know. But there's some examples here of what Trump said and gave clues that he's coming back on this day I'm saying, which is the 19th, okay? So here we go. Watch. Yeah, he had just happened to have 1 plus 7 is 8, 5 followers, or 58. He's Mr. 58. He had the 58th inauguration. Trump Towers, 58 floors. I mean, all this kind of stuff. He's Mr. 58, and that has to do with when he's going to kick the bucket and everything too. But this is when he comes back. First letter code TS, Truth Social is 219. He says get ready, and that's 85 again, and that's 58. He's also 85 too, and it's crazy. But I'm just gonna kick on this really quick. And then he said get ready, and then he said your favorite president will see you soon. Your favorite president, just the arrogance of that. Like maybe you like him, maybe you liked him, even though he's all phony and fake, and all the politics is phony and fake and everything. But maybe you liked him, but maybe you like the idea of Kennedy more, or you like the idea, or you like Abraham Lincoln more. But he's just saying your favorite president. I mean, just playing to both sides, like ridiculous. It makes me sick. Just makes me sick. Okay, so you got 2 right there, 2. And then 9 plus 6 plus 4 is 19. 219, 219, 58, 85, all over. And then right here it says breaking. This was Donald Trump's first post on Truth Social. This was Donald Trump's first Truth Social. Right here, look, 57. So what does this have to do with it? Now let me tell you. The 58, there's more than this, but I'm going to tell you. He's going to be removed on the 57th day of the year, which is February 26th. Okay, and then he's going. His reported death day is the next day. That's why 58. He's going to be removed on the 57th day of the year. Stinky BO is going to be removed on the 56th because Super Bowl 56, and his reported death day is going to overlap with Trump's actual death day, which is 57, because Stinky BO is Mr. 57. Hopefully that makes sense. It's hitting like I've never seen the numbers ever, and the evidence is going to be on the 19th. You'll see, and of this stuff right here, she is going to be gone, either removed or who knows what actually will happen. Nobody knows unless you're part of them. Either she's going to be said. My best guess is she's going to be eliminated by the C and then the V and then the 9, 1 and the 9, C, V and then 1, 9. I think that's what they're going to say because that matches the numbers of this day. C and then V and then 1 and the 9, because you look at the 1, 9. See that 1, 9, and many other things. And then I'll be back. Be back. Either he's going to announce that he's going to run for El Presidente, or he's going to say somehow there's a process where he's coming back and kicking out Biden or something like that. I don't know. But that's what that scene show. He's going to come back. There's so many movies. Even Schwarzenegger saying "I'll be back" is all about that. Seriously, I'm telling you. And then there's going to be some kind of new thing, the new one of these, and I'm guessing it's this one. All the numbers say that. So many things, but it could be something else, but it should be some kind of new
new V and then T, very and then the ant, and it could be T and then ow. And then on this day as well, I'm saying based in a number of things even though I shared in the last video, that this damn Orville is going down on this day. Late night going to the next day, okay, and same with could be La Palma as well, erupting again on the late night going to the next day. So we may hear some of this stuff late night or late that day, and some of this might not hear to the next day. So keep that in mind for anybody that's watching, okay. And then this here, I'm gonna briefly go through this and read it. I'm not getting into too much because I want to just I want to get through this last bit of this video, whatever's left. I don't want it to be, I don't even know how long, whatever. It's probably 2 hours now or whatever. But, okay, so you saw the first day. And so this is then the fourth and fifth day. So fourth is 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 3 is 5. So fourth and fifth day, seventh day, eighth day, 10th day. Then we got the 11th and 12th day tsunamis, and we got that. So after the first day, what I already said, then this would be the fourth and fifth day. So the first is transformation of the 144. Then also, which will happen next, will be people who took the V will go mad, likely at midnight going into the 5th Pacific time zone. Rapture of all innocent children before people go mad. Bad aliens surface in some form to give rise to the belief that good aliens who will show up later remove the innocent before they could be harmed. Meteor will hit Las Vegas. Hoover Dam will be destroyed. Change that. Central to southern Florida will be destroyed, including Miami. That I've seen more of that stuff lately. It's crazy. Let me use this one actually now. Lava will start erupting from Hawaii on that day. If it doesn't start on the 19th, it'll be definitely on this day. It might initially start on the 19th, but then really erupt on this day. That's also possible. Stinky B.O. dies there in Hawaii because that's where he was born. And then Britney Spears dies. Three Gorges Dam breaks on that day. And then Taksim Mosque is attacked, as shown on iPad Goat. Nuxels on Manhattan Zulls, which supposedly kills those Trumple. Okay, and then also carriers attacked as well. It might be on this day. So carriers could be attacked this day and then reported this day. It could be late at night or early in the morning over there or something. One of these 2 days. But I'm saying by this day comes around, it would be reported. And then stock markets crashes the next Monday, because this was been blown up in Manhattan and everything. And then this is the tsunami. Massive mega tsunami hits West Coast due to Russian sub that fires nuclear Poseidon, or it hits Highline slump. I'm just kind of trying to say this fast. Cause the eastward zone, southern part of Hawaii, to break off into ocean. Mega tsunami hits East Coast at the same exact time, but again, different time zones, as I shared earlier, due to hidden Russian sub that fires a nuclear Poseidon torpedo hitting the base of La Palma Island, causing a large part of southwest section of island to break up into the ocean. A mega earthquake. So both these tsunamis hitting both coasts at the same time, roughly, will cause all these faults have been set up by the elites and been planned for so long, because they fomented them to make them even more susceptible to being shoved and pushed into a horrible situation on purpose, because they have the machines. They literally have, I haven't shared this before too much, but they literally have a machine that can actually push lava. The technology is very intricate. I'm not getting into what that is because it's too much. And I don't want to put yourself on the radar any more than I already am. Magnitude, okay, so 12 plus earthquakes, magnitude across U.S. caused by both coasts, hitting by both coasts simultaneously, by the tsunamis hitting both coasts simultaneously. And then basically on the last 2 days, going into midnight of this day, it'll go into midnight of this day, but we're going to start seeing some things happen right here, and I don't know exactly what time, but going, especially on this day, it's really this day. I don't know why I have that, whatever. Rapture of the faithful to Jesus, Nuxels on cities, and I'm guessing 23 cities, and Stinky B.O. is alive and comes into power. He is alive on the 11th, but he shows himself to the world on the 14th day, or March 4th. So anyway, so that's that in a nutshell. So so if you're a great person, thank you. Great, very special, very beautiful, really terrific. Other people, total disasters. Believe me, everyone agrees. Thank you. So thank you, even that jerk that does the 666 sign. Thanks you. No, anyway, I thank you for all your support and everything. I just like to be silly because this is too serious sometimes. Just thank you so much for your support. your prayers, everything. Share this video, please. I beg you. This stuff, I'm so convinced this is coming by the 19th. Whenever you see this, the 19th, at least some of this is coming, if not most of it or all of it. I mean, seriously, thank you for everything. Also, if you're able to give, I literally haven't been able to pay them. I can't, my phone bill's about due, and I just was able to pay my rent, as you can imagine, having just a few bucks in the account. So need some food, and I mean, I believe this is almost here, but I don't need much, but I need a few things to buy some food and some other things and to pay my phone bill so I can continue to do something. But just let you know, if you're able to give, I appreciate it. My family really needs it right now. I mean, I think it's so lean right now because it's lean as it's been in a long, long time. I mean, it's lean at times, but then, the Lord comes in with some donations or whatever and things like that. But I mean, as far as the way it's happening lately, it's another sign to me that we're almost there, I believe. Just it's not normal pattern of the way things have been. So if you're able to give, we really need it. We could use it, and I really, really appreciate it. Link is in the description box below. Also, there's a P.O. box there as well. And also, Zelle Pay is a great way to do it as well. To sign up for that, it's zellpay.com. And it's free, completely free. It's what PayPal should be. So either way, very much appreciate this so much. Everything anybody does, praying, sharing, giving, whatever. Thank you so much. All the support is really necessary. And again, get on Telegram while you can. Links in the description box below. Please do that for your own benefit. It's not for me. It's for you to get information notifications, especially if the stuff starts happening. You'll get more stuff, and I won't be putting out videos probably. So if you want to link up at all with what's going on with what I'm sharing and get more insight and stuff, do that while you can. So, okay. And then last thing I want to share is he's coming back. So he's like, Trumpleberry Kool-Aid, have some more. Have some more here. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, I've said this. This is my own phrase, Trumpleberry Kool-Aid. And also, listen, for you conservatives and Christians that believe this guy is something and watching my videos, I'm gonna say, listen, he's coming back in some way, either announcement of campaign or whatever on the 19th, and then he's going to be eliminated in like 8 days. Okay, sorry, 7 days. Sorry, 7 days. So, man, I mean, you're going to be thrown for a loop, and I'm just telling you ahead of time. You can send this to anybody that believes that. So, stop drinking the Trumpleberry Kool-Aid and stop smoking the hopium. Okay, stop it, and hopefully when you see this stuff and what I've just said, that he'll come back on the 19th, and then he'll be completely eliminated on the 26th. Hoping when that happens, you'll finally realize that this guy is a complete. He's more than a Freemason. He is a Knights Templar. He's the top of a knight. He's the very top of the Knights Templar, and all that stuff. He is a wicked person, wicked. Okay, so anyway, and that you've fallen for him, that's just sad. Now, and when there's so much evidence, like for example, he literally said that he never asked for forgiveness by God, and he's supposedly a Christian. Are you kidding me? That you cannot do that. Among many other things that prove he's not, and all the numbers and all the symbols and everything else. So don't have some more. No more Trumpleberry Kool-Aid. Okay, no more. All right. Anyway, that's it. This is Exalted Lamb 1. Thanks for just everything. Thank you so much for everything. Hopefully you got a lot out of this. And just pray that God blesses you. And it's going to be a crazy week coming up. Crazy. Absolutely nuts. So, again, this is Exalted. Let me go backwards. This is Exalted Lamb 1. Over and out.